Oh, bless.
Right now? And we're live. Welcome back to Wednesday Night Fights. Here we are tonight watching the match between Wicked and Acer. Not a match, actually, it's just a scrim. But I am Philibus, joined here by my good co-caster Ripster. And we're right in the middle of round one. So joined just in time to watch Orzo and Tech9 Jr. busting through this window, coming in through the orange stairs. And yeah, let's get this match underway.
It looks like
Orzo with the
Orzo
first pick on the Ponze. Yep.
instantly gets traded out by Mini. Instant trade out. He swings on very quickly, very early in the round there. A little bit of a crazy start getting into this game. Did you see a couple swinging through the window? Now,
Absolutely. I'm excited to see. It looks like Wicked's got a ringer for the scrim today. Pony J Radiator. Or maybe it's a tryout. Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
I think
And
they are
the
running him for a tryout. They are running. Wicked is running a tryout right now. Very disgusting angle. You'll see this is played super commonly on the orange stairs, hiding behind the boxes. It's really hard to have counterplay there, and it locks it down to Keto. Finding a few shots there onto Trap.
ah. Oh, down to a 3v2 now.
Coming through.
Right, Team Acer looking good to take this first round. Down to 2v1. Good vibes and Taquito. Stacked up together. Where's the EMP though? Yep. All right, it's going to be picked up by Good Vibes. They should be able to score a plant here. I'm not sure if they're aware where Trip is. Funky Trip. Am I saying that right? Oh,
Right,
and
Trap.
he does get one, but Taquito managed to close down the round. First round going to Team Acer.
Yeah, first round
1-0
going
start.
very nice shots there by Trap. Able to pick one off, but because they're sitting there, they're holding hands as he's planting the bomb. Able to swing, pop up, instantly get the trade. Very, very nice there, and you love to see it. And that shows why Trap plays very well, but in the end, Acer is going to pick up that round, and very, very nice plays. Love to see it.
Yeah, it looks like the bombs are going to be on the top floor coming into this next round. Let's see what kind of setup Acer's going to bring into this round. A little bit of an economic advantage. You see Tech9 Jr. buying up into the Vezin right away, and all four of his teammates are going to stick to the Cyclone. This is the meta that I've been seeing most of the top teams doing, whereas everybody on Team Wicked cycloning up for the second round. They call the Cyclone the discount omen.
I mean, it really is a discount, especially if you lose that first round and you're needing to save into the second round. The Cyclone is my go-to save weapon now. It's just so good. It's consistent at long range. 2-tap headshots, and with the high fire rate, you can pick up kills very, very quickly with a Cyclone, making it a really good save round weapon. Still not quite as good as a Vezin, but very formidable, and you can't count it out of the fight, even against Vezins. I've seen some crazy things happen as we have. Looks like Sleepy Penguin's going to start roaming a little bit around in the halls, see if he can possibly find anything. Just probably listening there, see if he can hear, and he's going to hear the drop from Taquito as Aesir is going to take complete control of lockers.
Yeah, moves out of that position by the vending machine just in time. As somebody from Acer did finally open that window. A little bit of a slow start, but now it's picking up pace. Orzo's coming in ready to breach this wall towards the A bomb site. While the rest of his team looks like they're putting pressure over towards the locker room side. Sleepy Penguin does open things up with the pick onto Orzo. Does have syringe in hand, so he's going to be able to heal back up. Look, 4v5 situation. That Vezin's still in the hand of Tech9 Jr., but they're down to a 3v5 now as Trip picks up another pick. Not looking so good for round two here. Looks like Team Wicked ready to even the score.
I mean, really, if they and they're able to pick up Tech as well, and Tech was the one holding, and he was carrying the Vezin. Now, all you have is Cyclones left. Good Vibes is able to pick up Mini, try and even this out a little bit, and it's just going to be Cyclones against Cyclones, dropping to very low HP, and Aesir Ray is going to be left all by himself now.
20 points of health, all of it to do 1 versus 4, and they know right where he is, and he's not going to last very long as the pinch comes behind from Trip. And stuck between a rock and a hard place there as Team Wicked does manage to even up 1-1. Now they're going to have a nice little economic situation going into the third round, but like I said, 4 out of the 5 members of Team Acer did save Cyclones that round, so they should also be able to buy up at least 4 rifles going into round number 3 here.
Yeah, they will have those rifles coming in, so this next round should be very even. However, the economy is going to look a little bit better on the side of Wicked just because they were able to recover that Vezin. And so they're going to have just a little bit more cash in their pockets. They won the round, they picked up the Vezin, and Now Tech, it does look like he's actually going to be running a Cyclone. Again, we can't count the Cyclone out. We just saw Cyclones beat a Vezin, but it was a full team of Cyclones, and they just got some very nice picks. Trap going crazy there, getting a couple picks, and able to open up the round as well.
Yeah, so really good start here by
very nice picks.
I'm actually confusing. It's Pony Gyrator that's the tryout. I was going to say, that tryout is looking real good at 4-1, but yeah. Now, of course, Punky Trip coming in pretty big. It looks like we're going to have a basement bomb spawn for this round number 3 here. And with the extra money from Team Wicked, they should have a pretty solid setup. Let's see what Team Aesir can do to try to break this defense. This is going to be a tough round for them. So you got Taquito over here towards the orange stair side. This looks like where most of their pressure is coming in. He's going to bust into the closet. Looking for an opening pick, working their way. Nice little slow start. They are going to safely get inside the building, coming around this generator side.
And interestingly enough, they actually didn't buy much util despite everything that they had on the side of Wicked. You know, for defending, it looks like they have, at least they're holding syringes, you know, no one's holding frag grenades, and then they just have the smoke. So as far
opening
as
pick by Pony, and Orzo drops right into the A bomb site trying to get the trade. He does manage to pick off Sleepy Penguin. So we're down to a 4v4 with a little bit of damage trading on both sides. Bit of a scrap here on the A bomb site. It looks like they're trying to make their move pretty quickly here. Orzo is just kind of tucked into this corner. He has the support. They are going for the EMP plant. Here it comes. And they do manage to bring it down to a 4 versus 2 now, as it's just Dest and Punky Trap. And down goes Dest. Punky Trap again with all to do it by himself. Looking like the exact opposite of what happened last time. And Orzo manages to clear it up, going up 2-1. So Aesir does manage to recover from that shaky second round and bring themselves back into the lead at 2-1. Already going back and forth, and we're only 3 rounds into this.
I mean, Tech, absolute monster. Tech and Taquito. Taquito going in, I believe he picked up a 3K there on the site as he just walked through and was killing everyone. Orzo is able to finish off the round. But very, very nice round. I'm thinking I might not buy a Vezin anymore. It looks like if you have Cyclones, you're set up to win a lot more often if you're the team with Cyclones. And Tech,
Cyclone is definitely bust.
Tech is going to opt with the Cyclone again, it looks like. Even though it looks like his teammates could drop him, but he's going to opt to go for a Cyclone here. And I'd love to see if he's able to pick up anything else. Okay, he does decide to pick up a shotgun.
This could be interesting. He's got a Knut with a laser pointer on the front of it. I'd like to see what he does with this.
We'll see.
I don't know if this is for the lulz or they actually have a setup for this. I mean, he is posted right on that window, pretty close to that B bomb site. I'm pretty sure if he breaches in there, he might just be able to rush through. He might be able to doing something crazy right now. This could be interesting. I'm really excited to see what comes with the shotgun.
And try to get some. Oh, he is gonna go upstairs. Looks like they're gonna go down orange stairs. Hit the hatches. I imagine they'll take hatches and orange stair control here. Orzo is gonna hit the hatches, and Tech is already moving down the stairs because he's got the one-handed shotgun.
Can't wait to see what comes of this shotgun play. Shotgun seems a little bit.
Des spots Orzo. He spots Orzo in the lockers. He's gonna calm to his team. They know where they are. He plays very, very back here, but he is able to spot him. I think he waits for the. He's gonna wait for the hatch. Possibly get a kill through the wall here.
Good position.
Ray's on the other side of the wall.
A bit of a slow start. That's in a great position here. This would be great for them to pick up their second round of Cyclones, tying it back up 2-2. They're hoping for a repeat of round 2 here. He does seem to know where Ray is. There's the opening pick, and he's gonna have a gun in hand now, and right in the hatch, in the perfect position to drop down and help out his teammates. You've got a 4v4 as a mini KO does drop down below. Pony Jar does take out Orzo. That could be 2 guns in their hands. That's huge. Huge momentum swinging towards Team Wicked in for this round 2, or for this round 4. They are trying to tie it back up. But that B bomb site looks like they don't have control. Looks like we might see the EMP going down soon. Where is the EMP? Oh no! The guy headed upstairs above the hatch. Yeah, EMP is down.
I think he needs to calm for his teammates to rotate to him. Come up there and just hold the EMP.
Shotgun doesn't work out for Tech. Trying to get those spam around the corner shots while two-handing it, and he does get taken down. Getting shot in the arms still hurts.
We're down to a 2v3 now. Still makes you bleed out.
Exactly. Good vibes. Still maintaining control of this B bomb site, but they are completely cut off from the orange staircase, so it's going to be tough for them to get up and get that EMP back down to plant. Minute 5 left on the clock. It's Good Vibes works his way back in the catcher. And yep, Des takes out Taquito on the upstairs, down to a 1v3 now. Good Vibes alone with it all to do. Sleepy Penguin in the perfect position to catch him trying to rotate over towards blue stairs. And that's round 4 going to Team Wicked. Tied up 2-2 again. Back and forth. Back and forth we go.
And a very good timing there, Dest. You know, Ray, he peeks around the vending machine. He's looking. He has an idea someone could be up there. Someone could time him. And then he peeks back. He starts staring at the hatch right as Dest swings. And Dest is just hitting shoulder shots with the Cyclone. But it's too late. You're not looking. Ray's not looking in the right place. He ends up falling. And because he had the EMP, it virtually lost the round on the spot for them. It's very difficult now. You're having to push back up the stairs and get back into someone that could. You have to re-clear really the whole floor. If he moves, he could rat anywhere. And so that whole floor is now dangerous. Every single corner up there is now a question mark that you're going to have to try and clear as you're trying to recover the EMP and make it back down the hatch. On top of that, sure, you have control of the bomb sites, but do you have control of the bomb sites when you have nothing to plant? They can just give up bomb sites and they don't have to worry about anything because you can't plant the bomb. And so
Exactly,
kind
without
of
the objective, those bomb sites
Exactly.
do become completely useless. So we're gonna have to see what becomes of them. Although it did seem like they were trying to play it safe by keeping him up on the second floor, just not realizing that Dest was lurking and wandering up on that top floor and catching him off guard. So I'm sure now they're wise to it. They'll be a little bit more cautious moving into this 5th round. Taquito again busting into the closet, working around this left side, looking like a similar setup to round 3 here. He's going to breach into the wall on A quickly again. It looks like you got Tech9 Jr. ready to pop down through the hatch from above. And the pressure once again comes in onto the A bomb site on that basement setup. Taquito managing to get a headshot on the Sleepy Penguin to open things up. Quickly giving the number advantage, but gets quickly traded out by Punky Trip. Now we're down to a 4v4. Mini KO tucked into the corner on this A bomb site with 3 people hard pressuring her on that left side. See where they can find their opening. I wonder if they'll check this corner. He does seem committed to tucking in here. He does swing around the left. He does. Gets pre-fired, and everybody drops just like that from a 4v3 down to an Enforcer's win. And once again, Team Aesir goes up by 1 round, 3-2. So dance goes back and forth again. It seems to be the name of the game. Aesir goes up by a round. Team Wicked ties it up. Aesir goes up by a round. Team Wicked ties it up. Going in around 6. Are they going to be able to tie it up again? Looks like they are once again going to be having to save with a couple of Cyclones. You've got Sleepy Penguin and Dest buying up to Vezins, and everybody else on Team Wicked is going to have to Cyclone into this last round.
I think one really interesting thing, it seems like Wicked, their site hold on that bottom bomb site isn't really the strongest. Those have been the rounds where they've been wiped out completely, and they've just been completely overwhelmed on the A bomb site as the walls fall, the hatches fall, and there's just so much to try and hold. Mini is sitting in a corner, and in the end, there's too much to hold. He gets swung from multiple angles and dies instantly. I think we see a lot more success so far from Wicked has been on these upper floors, where they've had some more areas to play with as far as their lurks are a little bit more effective. They've seen a lot more play on the floor above, whereas Aesir on the bottom bomb site really is just hitting the site, hitting the walls, and a little bit with the hatch. They aren't messing around too much with the hatch, and it's overwhelming Wicked.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see if Team Aesir can make an adjustment going into this top floor bomb site and manage to find the success that they're having downstairs. It looks like this time Taquito with the EMP is going to be pushing up in front of his team here. It looks like they're going to want to pressure in through this museum side. So instead of taking through, probably going to try to pressure the B bomb site again. And this time, the key is that they have the EMP. So remember last time they were up here, Dest got a nice wandering kill on the EMP upstairs. This time Taquito's got EMP in hand. So if they can manage to take control of the B bomb site, it's going to be a totally different story. Now, Tech9 Jr. does go down first. So we're already looking at a man advantage for Team Wicked, having these Cyclones so far, not holding them back. His trap comes in and finds almost a double kill there. Gets the headshot on the Vibes, but not quite able to finish him off. And he is going to be recoverable by Team Aesir here, but they are still a man down. 3v4, 2 Vezins in the hand of Team Wicked. Still looking like they want to take this B bomb site. Man. Orzo does even it up. Pony, looks like the tryout goes down. 3v3 situation. This round's getting tense. Are Aesir going to go into the second half with a 2-round lead, or is it going to tie up 3-3?
Sleepy Penguin trying to catch a couple shots over the table there, nothing landing, as Good Vibes is dancing around, just kind of jiggling around, getting some information. He knows exactly where Sleepy is, and now Sleepy can get pre-fired very easily. Good Vibes swings out, and you can pre-fire Sleepy. It's a dangerous spot to be in. I'd like to see Sleepy rotate, personally, move off the position now that he's been spotted out. But he seems very committed to anchoring down the site. Okay, he does decide to ultimately leave. Able to find Orzo.
And
for Ray.
simultaneously, yep. Simultaneous kills coming out once again. Good vibe, stuck in the clutch situation. Not going to be able to pull it out this time as Dest finishes it out. So once again, Team Wicked ties it up 3-3 going into the second half. This back and forth dance continues. And, you know, looking at the last 5 rounds up ahead of that, I could have told you that that was probably likely to happen. Even though Team Wicked went into that round with 3 Cyclones, they still, on those upper floors, like you said, they're just able to lock it down. And Team Acer can't seem to find the pressure that they found downstairs. But now Team Acer switching over to that Enforcer side. I'm switching over to that Revolter side, so they're going to be the ones testing their defensive setups. And let's see what Team Wicked can do on the attack moving into this second half.
I love watching Wicked on the attack here. To see what they change up. They will be on the upper floor. Maybe Acer will have the same success Wicked had on those upper floors on this top bomb site. Likely going to have, you know, I feel like lockers control is very prioritized between this A and B bomb site, just because it gives you a lot of control moving into the orange halls, moving into blue halls. All of it kind of rotates through lockers, and you can then get control of the hatches and rotate on the B site. So I think that's a really high priority spot they're going to be looking at. However, it looks like they're actually stationing Dest is going to be towards the blue stairs, as well as PV. Looking more at blue halls right now. Very, very spread out, more of a default look, as everyone's kind of in their own position. No one wanting to overcommit anything. A couple shots there getting traded on the blue stairs, and Dest is going to take a little bit of damage.
As you can see, Ray down on that blue staircase, trying to find a little sneaky angle, catching him coming from the bottom floor. But ready for it was Team Wicked, and Ray is going to actually be the first one to drop here in this pistol round. So this is going to be their cue to move in. They take that vending machine side, and the rest of Team Acer here are back up onto the bomb site. So they're in a great position. They're going to turtle up and give up a little bit of map control over to Team Wicked. Pressure in. There's 3 of them over here on this vending machine side. And you see one more rappelling through the window. So it looks like they are going to lean heavy stack towards this A side, breaching through the wall right into that electric static charge. And yeah, here it comes. Fight coming in. You got Taquito in the site trying to peek around this little lab desk here.
He'll
Incoming
be the first
smoke
point of
grenade.
contact.
Ooh, we can see the first smoke grenade that I've seen. Big smoke play. They might try to go for a cheeky plant on this wall here. All
They
5
do.
members of Team Wicked pressed outside of this wall hole they just made. Taquito spamming through the smoke, gets a headshot on a sleepy penguin. Orzo down to just 1 point of health over here in the drop room. Looks like he is in the perfect position to get a flank, but Mini KD is ready for him. He does push. Tech9 gets the trade, but traded out by Mini KO again. Trap coming in, taking out good vibes, and now Taquito down in a 1v3. Cyclone in hand, does kill the first one. 2 more to go. 20 HP, and he does not do it. Mini KO locking it down. And Wicked, for the first time in this match, are going to get their first round lead, going up 4-3.
Yeah, they've been lagging behind the whole match, but now going into this attack, they're showing they're still dominant on that second floor. I want to see Acer really, you know, pull something out on the second floor so far. I think that Wicked has just been very dominant. They've been very comfortable there, very comfortable rotating around, catching those timings. The blue hall setup was fantastic. Very early on, going up in numbers, Dest, when he's able to take out Ray there on the stairs, and then he's able to heal up instantly. So it's like, when you're popping a heal that early in the round, you're able to get a pick that early in the round, you have time for that heal to regenerate, and you're getting even more value off of it, which is exactly what you want to see on your entry fraggers. And so I think Dest did an absolute fantastic job there. We are going to see some drones come out this time, and it looks like they're still opting, even though with the round win, they're still going to be going with all Cyclones, but they are going to have some more util this time to back up what their strats are.
Yeah,
it does look like we can see another smoke here from Trap as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more patience coming out from Ray on those wanders as well. See, he was in a good position to kind of get a cheeky flank on the Team Wicked as they came through that blue staircase side towards the vending machine last time, but he just jumped the gun a little bit early and was spotted out before they were even inside the building, and did end up giving an opening pick. So gotta see Dest coming in with the drone. It looks like he's clearing upstairs, checking to make sure there's nobody wandering, covering that hatch. Gonna come back down, clearing out through that A side. Checking through the closet. Does not spot Orzo around the corner. It looks like he might have heard a footstep or something to back out, but just barely doesn't go far enough to clear that one room. So let's see if that comes back to bite them. But they're already in towards the storage side. They already have a lot of control over towards this B bomb site. It looks like they're going to breach in onto B.
I think this is something that Aesir looks like they were prepared for. They stacked 2. Orzo actually had another on top of him because the drone didn't clear it out. You know, it looks like Orzo's already potentially getting ready to rotate around. They're just waiting to hear the call that they're pushing on to B, and then we're going to have an instant rotate on the flank. It's really going to fall to Mini here to hold off that flank.
Yeah, he's in the perfect spot to watch through that window right as Orzo comes down this hallway. He doesn't clear hard right. He's just stuck in the crossfire, and he doesn't. Gets shot in the back. There you go. And Sleepy Penguin gets a pick on the good vibes as well. Looks like this round is picking up. Ooh, but Taquito and Ray do manage to get some counter frags. And it all comes down to Tech9 Jr. in a 1v3 in that same hallway. He knows Mini KO is watching this window, so he's going to take his time, but tough to ask for Tech9 Jr., especially with nothing but a Cyclone in hand. Although all 3 members of Wicked also with nothing but a Cyclone. Rushes across the window, gets the first, but Dest gets the trade in the storage room. Doesn't even require Mini KO to come in with the flank. Nice hold there. And now you see Team Wicked getting a little bit of a gap. 2-round advantage, up 5-3. So let's see. Now the pressure is all on Team Aesir to come up with that little comeback potential. They need to find a little extra juice in the tank and not let this match slip away from them.
I think exactly. I think we're gonna need to see some change ups in what they're looking at doing. We're actually gonna be going back to the same bomb site that they lost at the start of the side swap, and I want to see, you know, possibly a little bit, like you mentioned, a little bit slower on the lurk there from Ray, not giving an opening pick so easily. Maybe just stalling. We've seen Wicked play fairly slowly this whole time, droning, being very cautious, and I think Aesir needs to use that to their advantage. They need to stall this clock as long as they can, and if it comes down to it, turtle on site, your one that's lurking, only pushes in when your teammates are being pushed on site. You do not let your lurk give the opening pick, because that's going to give way too much space to Wicked, and Wicked knows exactly what to do with that space, and they're going to surround you.
Absolutely. And once again, you see a similar setup. We're on the top floor again. Team Wicked looking like they're going to be pressuring in towards that vending machine side with at least the likes of Trap and Dest. And on the rooftop, you see a couple. Orzo hiding behind the vending machine. Taquito it is this time, down the blue stairs with the Wander. Orzo gets the opening pick with the Cyclone on a trap through the window. That's huge. Gonna bring them up 5-4. Once again, you got a pretty strong save round from Aesir. And there goes Taquito with one of the 2 Vezins on the team. So now you've got 1 Vezin left in the hand of Ray, and you've got Team Wicked on Des from Team Wicked pushing in on this vending machine side. He's got KO backing him up through the window. And again, it looks like they're trying to pressure towards A. You've got Tech9 Jr. over here lurking towards the locker room side. It's all going to come down to Tech9 this round. He's got the Vezin on the team. And you see, yeah, it's a very similar setup. You're going to see Team Wicked stacking up into this vending machine room. They're going to breach through this same wall. I wonder if we'll see the same smoke grenade pop out. But Sleepy Penguin making his way through, taking their time, getting the setup the way they want. They're going to drone to clear out this drop side. I think this is great. Try and get pings, figure out exactly where everyone is, get the information, and then hit him with the execute. So Mini holding up behind this vending machine.
And the pings do come through. They spot Orzo out, so they know Orzo's holding in that corner. Orzo's now kind of trapped there. Not sure if someone could be holding the hallway. Tech9 kind of clearing for him, making sure no one's in immediate danger on pinching Orzo there. I think a frag there. Orzo's very low HP. And I think Aesir right now, they need to stop putting someone on the blue stairs, because they have lost that battle 2 out of 2 times, and they put their top frag there that time. The breach is going to come through. And the flashes and nades are all going to come through. Nothing landing on Orzo, though. He's
lucky to survive that frag right there. Yeah, so you got down to a 3v3 now. Team Wicked pushing through that same hole. We don't see the smoke that we saw last time. Maybe they thought better of it, because there were a couple of cheeky headshot smoke bangs that came out last time. And oh, there it is. Just as I said, there was no smoke. They popped the smoke, and they're going to go for the cheeky plant, and the spam comes through from Orzo again. That looks like he's going to try and finish it. Orzo pushing into the smoke, getting traded out by KO, down to a 2v2, and they do get the plant in. So now, 2v2, bomb is planted. They have control of that vending machine side. They've got a breach in the wall. Perfect position for them to cover this. This is a tough ask for Good Vibes and Tech9 Jr. to take this back. But swinging around the left side, Tech9 Jr. has the angle to at least make this defense a little bit more challenging. But I can't... Is he rotating back through? Yeah, okay, so they're actually going to group up here into this A bomb site. And they're going to try and take the fights together. Little dance around the corner here. Good Vibes with the jiggle peek, trying to get an angle. But Des just not giving him anything, hiding behind the vending machine. Good patience coming out from Team Wicked here. It looks like they are prepped to move up to match point here. should I say map point. Good Vibes does get the pick on the mini KO though, and they managed to push out to mini KO. Good Vibes gets both of them. Do they have time to defuse? I wish I could see a clock on how much time there was left on the bomb. Is it even going to be close? 2.5, 2.5 seconds left on the clock. They do manage to get the defuse just in time. Very good push by Aesir. And they aren't want to let this map slip away from them. Just exactly when they needed to find a little extra juice in the tank, they bring it back up to a 4v5, and now they got a little bit of momentum. 2 Vezins brought into the next round, save up a little bit of money, and yeah, unfortunately, looks like Team Wicked does have enough money in the bank to full buy into full rifles. So this next round is going to be a doozy.
And I think honestly they played very, very smart Aesir on that retake. I think if they tapped the bomb, that would have been the worst thing they could do. Because Dest would have known to swing, he would have known right where they were. But they were able to sneak up so far on the pillar, able to get the pick on Mini on the stairs. And then from that point, Dest is going to have to be thinking, okay, well, now they can swing me through the open wall, they can swing me through the open door. They do end up swinging through the door, and Good Vibes is able to take him out, but they played very, very smart on the retake there. We do see Bot Joram, who is also going to be, looks like, trying out for Aesir this time, up there with 8 and 7, doing very well.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. It looks like it was Taquito that dropped from Team Aesir. So hopefully he's all right. Maybe his headset died. Hopefully it's not a dead headset, but hopefully we can get him back in quickly. Because this is right when they need him. They just started to get some momentum, and they need to keep that momentum going into here to the 10th round. They don't want to let Team Wicked get on the map point just like that. He does hold his trigger. Managed to get 2 picks. Tech9, what a huge play coming out from Tech9 there. He tries to hold the trigger and let the drone just go by him without seeing him, but the drone turns around at the last second, forces his hand, and he kills the drone and kills 3 members of Team Wicked. That was absolutely incredible. And Tech9 now backs up into the site, and great position Team Aesir in a 5v2 now. All they got to do is hold these 2 bomb sites versus the likes of Dest and Sleepy Penguin now. They aren't giving up. They are going to push in. Here comes the frag. There's a lot of damage there on Ray with that frag, but this is still a very uphill battle for them to come back into this round. You're getting some spams into the connector there. Sleepy Penguin trying to bait out some more aggression. But now the Team Aesir are in a 5v2. They seem completely happy to just sit back and wait. They have all the patience in the world. They know that this is an unlosable round, and they are in no rush to try and force the issue. And you see a smoke grenade coming out on the right-hand side. They do breach in on the A bomb site. Or, I'm sorry, onto that B bomb site. So Tech9 again with 4 kills into the round. Goes for the ace, but Death shuts him down. Still an amazing 4K coming out from Taquito into that round. That was I'm from Tech9. That was just an absolutely incredible play. He's got to be happy with himself. A little bit disappointed that he missed the ace there at the end, but what can you do? You can't always get all of them, you know?
I think Tech9 going absolutely massive there. I mean, you said it was an amazing play, and I think that was a little bit of an understatement, just how beautiful that was. When you're stuck in a corner like that, you've been droned out, you're thinking, if I get one, I'm happy. At this point, I'm good. I'm probably going to be one and done. I'm going to get traded so fast. They could throw a nade in there. They could really do anything. At that angle, they can actually even shoot your arms while you can't even see them if they stand back far enough. Him realizing that and deciding, I've been spotted, my only chance of survival right now is to swing. And he swings into one, drop shots one, and drop shots 2 of them, and then he's able to pick up the 3rd, tosses the frag to buy the space, and then is able to escape to safety back and regroup with his team. And that's exactly what you need to do. He doesn't overheat, he doesn't swing outside going for the ace too early on, and he's able to regroup with his team, and I think that really secured the round, and it's going to bring it up 5-5. Again, Aesir saying, we're going to stop match point. We're trying to prevent match point here, and hopefully bring it up to a draw, and this round will decide who's going to go to match point.
Absolutely, and it looks like Team Wicked going to be forced back down to a save round. 5 Cyclones for the side of Team Wicked, and we are getting a top floor bomb spawn. No, it's a middle floor. I'm sorry. So let's see what kind of attack that they can put together with Cyclones. They, like you said, they don't want to let Aesir get onto map point, but at this point, it's going to take some serious work for them to be able to pull this 11th round towards their side. I think.
Well, we've seen them do it before, so we can't count them out yet, because Wicked has been terrifying with the Cyclones. We see Stone here earlier, decides to back off, doesn't want to try and contest it, wisely so, as now he's got several Wicked members are pushing in here. Sleepy Penguin knocks down the door blocker, decides to back off a little.
once again, looks like we're going to see a lot of pressure onto that B bomb site. It looks like they're ready to double breach both of the walls, plus they broke the door blocker in the corner. So just a massive hole opened up into the B bomb site. This looks like where their pressure is going to be. A nade comes into the back hall. Tech9, though, with a flank around the left side, does pick up 2. Des manages to trade him out, and then it's Stone. Stone coming in clutch from the other side. Down to a 1v3 now as Des has it all to do once again. Backing up towards that lobby. Does manage to pick up a Vezin. See if he can make it work. But he gets caught reloading as Ray pushes him. What great time for Ray to be aggressive there. We talked about him not having the patience there. He manages to find the perfect timing. And it's going to be Team Acer going up to map point here from map 1. 6-5. Coming into the last round.
Couldn't have better timing there from Ray. And yeah, last round, and we're actually going to come back down to this first bomb site. So now if we've looked at who's won this bomb site, Acer has been very comfortable on this bomb site. They've been the ones who've been winning this bomb site on attack. Now they've won one, lost one on this bomb site on the defense. And I think really what won the last bomb site for him was Tech9 just going absolutely crazy and picking up a 3K. If he can do that again, I think that we'll be able to see Acer close out this match with a win. But I think it's going to be really difficult for them to really produce something like that again. It's not to mention incredibly risky. And I think Wicked is going to be a little bit more spread out, making sure they aren't going to give too many at once on pushing into 1 point. I think they're going to be a little bit more cautious this round, making sure they don't give 3 right at the start of the round.
Right, Tech9. I mean, I think you're right. I think that's the same strategy they should go with. Just have Tech9 open up the round with a big 3K and then pick up the 4th. And this time, give him a chance to seal the deal with the ace. I think they should just have him do that every round. I don't know why they don't do that every round, you know?
Exactly, right? You know, just have Tech9, buy him a Vezin, funnel a Vezin onto him every round, and then just have him ace.
Yeah, looks like we got all 5 members of Team Wicked stacking into this lobby side. They are going to be tossing some nades in. Did he not activate that nade? I guess not. I guess he was just a scare tactic.
Grenade. It was a dead grenade.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just throw a dead grenade in. That's actually an interesting strategy. Throw a dead grenade and see if you can get someone to run and scatter. Interesting. Actually, it looks like he's... Yeah, it looks like he's juggling util.
It is. That's exactly what it is. Juggling the util there. But I do like the dead grenade. That still might be something I try in some of my pub games. Just see what happens if I throw a grenade at him. I just hope they don't arm it and throw it back.
Yeah, all right. We got... Yeah, that would be very unfortunate. We see the proxy sensor over here on this generator side does allow Acer to be savvy to which side Wicked is pushing in, and that allows the opening pick to come in onto Pony Jar. And it looks like there's no trade able to come in. Looks like he got the pick and cleanly fell back. I didn't even see who it was there. And then it was Tech9. He's wandering up on that upper floor. You can see Team Wicked seem to be aware of his position. Let's see if he's able to pick up another one. Yep, he knew exactly where he was, and he does manage to get that headshot. What a great shot coming in from Mini. So there goes Tech9. He is the top fragger for Team Acer right now, and it is going to come down to his 4 teammates to finish this deal. We're down to a 4v4. Still holding the control from the lobby. We got Mini, and where are the other 2 members from Team Wicked? Yep, all 4 of them still pinching both sides of the lobby. It looks like you've got trap
4 stims as well, though, on the side of Acer. So having 4 sims, you have a lot of sustain to try and basically outlast your opponent there. All they have to do is they can trade bullets, and as long as they don't trade lives, they're good. And Stone says, I'm just going to take Dest's head, and is able to peek back. Sleepy Penguin, see if he can possibly find a trade with nothing there.
And the
Stone
second,
picks him
my
up too.
goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to scare him off with the drone, but Stone says, I don't care if you know where I am. You can know I'm here all day. That's not going to stop you from getting shot in the face. What a great play from him. Finally gets taken down by Mini all the way from that lobby. What a nice long shot with the Vezin there. And this is going to be the cue for Team Wicked. They got 30 seconds left. You got Trap trying to get a wall span on the right side. They're going to have to push in for these last 20 seconds. Where's the EMP? It is down right in between them. Mini KO is going to pop the invis. Time is winding down. There's going to be a lot of pressure on them, and all 3 members... Yep, Taquito manages to close it out, and there goes map 1 over to Team Acer. They are going to seal the deal and bring Team Wicked down. What a really back and forth first map. It was crazy. Starting off on that first half, they just went back and forth every round, pretty much stayed neck and neck. Going into the second half, it was actually Team Wicked that took the first 2-point lead, and then immediately Acer tied it back up and said, no, this is our map. Locked it all the way down. So really exciting first map. And really standout performance there from Tech9 Jr. You got to he really, I think even just 11 and 11, he was the wanderer. He put out a lot of pressure and just really blasted the hole that his four teammates used to walk through to victory. So, all right. So
And
we got going into the second map. We've got factory off the list. Where will we go next? We don't have a schedule here, so I'm not sure which way they're gonna go. Whether it's gonna be skyscraper or if it will be hideout. But I'm excited to see the second map, considering how exciting the first map already was.
yeah, as well, I love seeing. I do believe in the scrim. They do play all three. It does look like we're gonna go into hideout here. Super exciting to see this hideout map. I really love watching. I thought Wicked had that in the bag. Not gonna lie. After they pulled ahead, they pulled a little bit of a lead, and then they went back to the bottom bomb site. I thought they were gonna be able to pull it out, but that 3K by Tech9 coming back to it. You put that in the highlight reel. He really turned the momentum and I think turned the mental for his team. Everyone was hyped up after that. Everyone's shots were landing. Stone's able to pick up 2 on the very last round before getting traded by Mini. Tech9's able to pick up one on the lurk. His lurks were just very, very strong, wandering around the map and making sure his timings were good. And I think that is really what pulled it through in the end. I think they traded Ray out. Ray fell back and anchored the bomb site a little bit more, and they had someone else someone else lurking, and that was Tech9 lurked for a little bit, and he seemed to have a lot of success doing it as well.
Yeah, that play was right smack dab in the middle of a 4-round win streak. So it definitely did seem to give them some. And let's see if they can carry some of that momentum going into this hideout map as we are getting started into the first round. It looks like we're getting a middle floor bomb site set up as Sleepy Penguin and his teammates are pressuring in on that living room side. And yeah, we're going to have Team Wicked starting off on enforcers this time. So Acer is going to be on the defense to start this first half out. And we've got on the rooftop here, you got Trap and Dest trying to work a couple of picks. Make sure they can safely get control of that top floor. Maybe work a little hatch play in. Oh, they're going to simultaneously drop down on that staircase. It looks like all 5 members of Team Wicked are going to just burst into that living room at the same time. Oh, Tech9 Jr. He does the little head glitch, spots one, throws a nade, he cuts Trap off from his team, and doesn't manage to get a second one, but Mini did take some good damage from that frag grenade. That was wild. He saw his head pop up over, but it looked like Trap did not actually see him peek there. Really lucky on the timing there. But you make your own luck in this game. That's definitely for sure. So 5 versus 4. See if they can get the syringe over to Mini. There it is. They are going to heal Mini back up. Ray still looking a little bit unhealthy at 46 points of health. And they are still looking to breach with the same setup onto this A bomb site from the living room side, from the lobby area. Let's see. I guess they want to make sure that they're safe from this flank before they bust in and make their move. Tech9 gets taken down in the garage. Smart move by them because, yes, Tech9 was actually looking to flank them as soon as they burst, and they seem to have a sixth sense about it. Push back into the garage, take Tech9 out, even it up to a 4v4, and now there looks like they're going to be ready to make their move, as that frag is going to force most of the members of Team Acer into a defensive position, but you've got Taquito actually lurking around the right side, trying to get a cheeky kill onto Pony Jar, and he does manage to give the man advantage once again. And he is going to run back into this A bomb site. So 4v3 now. They do finally breach the hole onto this A bomb site. The jig is up. Minute left on the clock. EMP in the hands of Sleepy Penguin. He is going to be jiggle peeking in through this hole, trying to even up the numbers. Looks like he's going to tap the bomb. There he taps it. Draws out the aggression, but Taquito manages to take him out. I wonder where his teammates... I thought his teammates were in position to cover him there. It looks like Taquito just found the angle. Stone managing to headshot Death through the smoke. And now it's all down to the Mini. And he's not even going to get past Ray, the first one. 1v4. Tough ask for anyone. Team Acer go up 1-0. Looking like a repeat of the last map.
And I honestly, the Wicked understanding, showing a very good understanding of the game, that we can't push this without some sort of garage control, some sort of knowledge that no one is there anymore because the flank can come so quickly. However, they committed so many people over to help clear garage, and yes, they get the frag, but now you have a flank coming on the other side, and Taquito's able to pick up frags on the other side, and you're getting collapsed on. So they just overcommitted, I think, into the garage, really wanting to clear out Tech9, and kind of tunnel visioned on that clearing, and then they end up not being able to hold from a flank from the other direction. And as more fall, and then they're just spread too thin to try and effectively take the bomb site, as the rest of the members of Acer can just anchor down because now they have the man advantage.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So going into the second round, you are going to see one Vezin in the hands of Taquito, and it does look like he's actually pushed up to wander on the second floor. You got all 5 members of Team Wicked stacked up on towards this B bomb site, and Taquito's in the perfect position to put that Vezin to use right off the gate. So as the round starts, he's going to wait, let the attackers feel a little bit comfortable, and then he picks his time, gets the opening pick onto Dest as Tech9 picks up Trap underneath on the first floor. And already going in the second round, looking like a 5v3 over to the way of Acer. And all 3 members of Team Wicked just huddled in this corner like, oh man, what do we do? So Sleepy Penguin is going to make his move.
At this
Flashes
point, you're
in.
thinking 2 are off site. We just rotate in, right? We know 2 are off, but they're still pushing into at least 3 people on site. And now you're down so many people. It makes it very difficult. And not only that, looks like Tech9 is going to regroup with his team.
Taquito really putting that Vez into work this round. I believe that was at least his 3rd kill of the round coming in. And they just completely flawlessly wiped out Team Wicked that round. So absolutely brutal round. Round 2 goes the way of Acer, and now a 2-0 lead. It looks like Wicked still got to shake off the momentum. Ever since Tech9 hit that nice little 3-piece down on the basement of Factory, they got a little confidence shook. You know, they need to. I think they just need to shake it off, mentally reset, say, all right, don't worry, boys, let's just get back to work and do what we came here to do. You know.
I think that's exactly what they need. Just a little bit of a mental reset as they come into this round. Think, okay, now we've got rifles, new round, we've got the guns, we can bring this back. It's just a little bit shaking to your confidence on this round, on the previous round, when you have someone swing out and you're instantly dropping bodies before it seems like the round isn't even 5 seconds in and you're already dropping bodies. Does look like we're going to go for a little bit of vertical gunplay here on the roof. Possibly get ready for some hatch and skylight.
Team Wicked stacked on the roof. Are they gonna do a 5-man hatch drop? Oh, look at this. Trap doing a helicopter dance on the hatch. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
He's getting ready to rotate. Literally.
Oh, he's not gonna do it. All right. So all 5 members still stacked up on this roof. I wonder what the plan is here. Looks like a little pep talk coming out from Trap. Listen up, boys. Here's the plan. And you're gonna see Sleepy Penguin. 3 of the 3 members of Team Wicked drop down onto this balcony. So it looks like they are gonna pinch with 2 people on the roof looking through the hatches, 3 people coming in through the balcony, leaning over towards this B side. Drone coming in from Pony. Sleepy gonna follow it up. Takes out that shock.
That is going to give them control of that will give control of the master bedroom here. Is now they have the hatch as well. Really, Ray is the only one who's going to be sitting slightly outside. Who will be able to contest the bedroom at the start. I think that wall's going to fall. We do possibly. Oh, Tech9 getting caught out a little bit through the skylight. Is now we have 2 members over towards that direction, holding him. And Stone is kind of now the one falls onto his shoulders.
It does manage to safely get back to the bomb site and heal up. So 5v5 still strong. A minute and 30 seconds. This round is already halfway over, and Tech9 is going to be the first one to drop over in this back hallway area. Sleepy Penguin does get traded by Stone and manages to pick up a second as well and make that a third. 3 headshots going the way of Stone, just absolutely locking this back hallway down. Does eventually go down to Pony in the end, but a 2v3. And I believe with Acer knowing where both of the members of Team Wicked are, they should be set up nicely to defend this bomb site. Yeah, Ray gets a nice timing there on Pony. Coming around to under that hatch. Say no, nobody was up on the roof. It allows them to just completely take spatial control over this floor. And now we got Mini in a 1v3. So he does have a Vezin in hand, but 55 seconds left on the clock. He's got to come up with a plan. He's got to come up with one quickly. He's going to work back around to the roof side. Maybe drop into the staircase. I wonder if there's any merit to just saving his gun going into the next round. But with the amount of money that his teammates have, a solo rifle going into round 4 might not be worth it. Might be better off trying to take some of the guns out of Acer's hands.
I think he's going to be saving this gun this round simply because even if he takes the gun out of Acer's hands, then they still have enough money to buy the next round. He's hoping to hero rifle this next round and make something out of it with 1 Vezin just because he doesn't even have the EMP. Maybe it would have been a different story if he had EMP, possibly be able to get something, as he could possibly pick up one, get on the site, plant, and turn the odds in his favor. But I think just not having the time, he is going to decide to save.
Yeah, I think you're
Possibly would have been
absolutely
nice to pick up some of the guns out of the hands of Aesir, try to damage the economy a little bit, but they do look like they aren't wanting to go 4-0, and so
Yeah,
this
you
next
gotta
round they're
imagine
really
too.
wanting to win.
You gotta realize Team Acer going up 3-0, they are going to have some money. So even if he does somehow manage to kill all 3 members of Team Acer at the very last second there, um, I mean, yeah, obviously get a round win. That would be great. But let's say he takes 2 guns out of their hands. They're all pretty stacked on money. They're going to be able to fully buy and probably get a drop or 2. So I think you're right. Getting the hero rifle into this next round, maybe they can make a little something happen. They do need to get some momentum going into this map, though. This first half, just this whole first half has just been all about Team Acer right now. They're locking it down here on Hideout.
And we really need to see something from that hero rifle. So if there's a reason you saved it, if you can, pick up a couple kills with it, possibly convert this round, because we do see Dest is going to be picking up a gun as well. If we can see that come out for them, then that would be absolutely fantastic, moving into this last round here, or moving into this 4th round, sorry. But they
Yeah,
they really need to convert this round.
yeah, they're picking up some util as well, so they are going to invest a nice little half buy. Um, going into the next round, if they lose this, it's going to be difficult for the likes of Dest and Pony to be able to buy rifles. But I think you get a couple of rifles. You really need to put a round on the board here, so you give yourself the maximum chance. See Sleepy Penguin with a smoke and a frag in hand. So let's see if they can make something happen. We got another basement spawn, so they're going to be ready for the lurk up on the 2nd floor this time. They're not all going to stack under that staircase. Looks like they're pushing into the garage. Shots trading back and forth between Tech9 and Trap. Tosses a grenade in. 3 members of Team Wicked now into the garage. They know Tech9 is stuck in this corner over here, and he's all alone. He has no support. Is he going to be able to trade one before he goes down? Trying to pick the headshot, and no. Pony Jar manages to take him down, so we got a clean. I wouldn't say a clean. We have a 5v4, but he definitely did some damage over there. Look at the healths on Team Wicked over there. Got 3
And
members.
he recovers the rifle as well. So not only is Pony able to get the kill, but now we're able to put a rifle onto Trap as well. So I do think we should possibly transfer that rifle over to Pony, being the tryout. Oh, the heal's coming through for both players. I was saying Pony did have more HP, but PV Trap also gonna get a little bit healthier here as he has a rifle. It does look like they're gonna look at going through this gym wall. As we have Stone sitting in parkour. Stone has been an immovable rock so far. They've had very, very great difficulty getting him out of these spots that he just gets rooted in.
Yep, strong gym setup. Looks like the trip mine is going to take out Pony Jar there. I don't know exactly what. Was that a frag grenade? Oh, that was a frag grenade. Excuse me. So we got a 4v3. Shots flying back and forth. The battle is going down in the gym right now. Make that a 2v4. Good Vibes and Ray. Oh, Good Vibes all by himself. And it was Mini blowing the wall on the left side. Just caught him out in the open. And a very clean finish there by Team Wicked. They're going to get their first round on the board. And it was very well done, I must admit. So if that's not a statement, I don't know what else could be. That's them saying, all right, we're here to play. This momentum swing is over. I believe that was a 7-round win streak for the likes of Team Acer, and they're going to finally put a stop to it. So put a cork in it. That's exactly what you need to do. Build your confidence up, and now you go in. You got 2 rounds left. That's just enough to tie up the first half. Go into defense tied up 3-3. It's still your map right here.
Exactly, and I think, honestly, they figured out how to take out Stone. You just have to find where he is and then shoot him while he can't see you. They just were spamming through parkour completely, and Stone is just defenseless. I mean, he's got multiple... If he peeks, he's got multiple people shooting at him. If he stays there, he's got multiple people shooting at him. If he tries to run, he's got multiple people shooting at him. So they just needed to find where he was, and if you can find where the rock was, they were able to overturn that Stone very quickly.
I see what you did there. Find the rock, kill Stone. Stone, rock, very nice, very nice. So let's see if they can keep this momentum going. Team Wicked, looks like we got a middle floor bomb. We got a drone coming in to that 2nd floor. Got Trap hanging out, hovering over this window. Oh, all 5 members of Team Wicked hanging back. A little bit of a slow start. Some wall bang spam coming out from Ray through the wall.
And a little bit of a rotate as well. Looks like they're going to look towards more garage and laundry, looking more on this B side as opposed to the A side that they Ended up getting collapsed on earlier. So I'd like to see some changes here. You see who's going to
Yeah.
be the first one to break open that door and meet Tech9. Tech9 only holding a Cyclone. He does know that there. He hears it. He's going to toss a frag out. The frag lands short, but it's able to knock Pony down to very low HP as Tech9 Rones completely decides not to contest it. Maybe the frag landing close was actually a grace as Pony ran in.
Yeah, and I like that play from Tech9. You being the one person on your team with a Cyclone, you can take that risky spot where you might potentially get caught between a rock and a hard place, and he manages to pump that frag out, get a little bit of damage, and fall back safely into the site. So get the information, you make the risky play, and now you're backed up into a position where Stone does drop into that A bomb site, and you got Ray dropping down as well, but that means there's 2 Vezins on the ground that Tech9 might be able to pick up if his team can regain control of this B bomb site. But it's not looking well as Dest brings down good vibes. Now it's a 2v9. Tech9 has not managed to find a gun. We've got Taquito working around the garage side, trying to find a flank here. They have a lot of work to do if they want to get back into this round. EMP is already planted. It looks like they're over here discussing their options. A little jiggle peek. Nice first shot onto Mini. Taquito gets 2. Nice little 2-piece. That's going to allow Tech9 to pick up a rifle. And now you got a 2v3. Absolutely doable until Des takes out Taquito trying to work out that door. That frag grenade really got him stuck between a rock and a hard place. Tech9 comes around the corner, spraying. Almost clips the headshot there on the Des. Does have the healing syringe to heal back up, so... And Tech9 finds a healing syringe as well, but still a 1 versus 3. Takes down Dest, finally. It was a great shot. Does he know where the last 2 are? Sleepy Penguin actually lurking on the bottom floor. Oh, what a cheeky plant. He's actually able to protect the EMP through the hatch. And sure enough, Tech9, not a lot of time left, has to go for some pressure, and Sleepy takes him down. What a cheeky plant spot there from Wicked. It looks like they're showing us a little bit of their magic strats, you know? That's... I'm gonna have to take that one and add it to the playbook. What do you think?
I think exactly that's something. I got a little notebook here. I'm just going to be notating that one down. Plant bomb, blow hatch, and then rat in big and bold letters. Sleepy Penguin doing very well there for his team, making that round pretty much unlosable. If you noticed as well, that bomb plant, you can actually see it through the window. So not only do you have to clear someone on the floor below you, you also have to clear someone who's rappelled on the window outside and can see through the wall. So that makes it very, very difficult. And if you're in a 1v2 situation, trying to clear both of those players out would be very difficult. I think probably your best chance would be smoking off one of those angles if you had a smoke, but with no util and nothing but a Vezin and some syringes to your name, it's no surprise that he falls there in the end. A good attempt as he goes for the plant, but in the end, Wicked just showing there that they don't necessarily need the aim. They have the aim, but the brain coming through very strongly, making sure they have 2 rounds, as we're going to come into the last round of the half as well.
That's right. So Team Wicked doing what they need to do, bring it up 2-3. And like I said, they take this last round, they go into the second half tied 3-3. And that would be absolutely phenomenal. It looks like once again, we are going to get a basement bomb site spawn, and Taquito is going to be lurking on that second floor. A heavy taken to the garage. Taquito gets the first pick with the oral onto Sleepy Penguin. Going to make sure it's clear before picking up that Vezin. Actually, I think he still feels the pressure. Does make the dive for it. Also finds himself a syringe. So we got a 5v4 situation now. Clean opening pick from Taquito on the lurk. He is going to be able to back up. And yeah, let's see what Wicked can do. Down a man. Looks like 3 of them, all 4 of them actually still stacked over towards this B breaching side. EMP on the hands of Dest into this corner. They are taking their time. Actually, Trap's already worked his way into this storage room around the B side. And here.
And there goes the breach. I believe I heard a trip pop. I believe that's what that was. So we do have a trip popping there in storage as everyone's just kind of grouping up, getting ready here, going into storage. Does look like Stone's going to be taken to... Oh, Stone is going to fall to Pony. Pony, they're able to take out Stone pretty early on. And now, Mini also taking out Tech9. So it's going to turn the round in the favor of Wicked here as they go up 4-3.
Absolutely. The shoe is on the other table, which has turned. And Team Wicked up 4-3 for this last round. They want to go into the second half tied up, and they are not going down without a fight. So they still got the foam ready on that raw. Taquito tries to find the timing from the window, but Dest is ready for it and drops him. So now we're looking at a 4v2. You've got Ray in the jungle gym, and you've got good vibes over in the connector. And I don't know if they have enough to handle this. I mean, this is like a repeat of what happened a couple rounds ago. They have different positions, so they're not going to be as exposed to that wall breach once it happens. There it is. But it's just too many angles to look. Ray just has at 3 different angles. He's getting pushed at the same time. EMP gets planted, and it's all down to good vibes. I would say they might not know where he is, but you can see bullets just flying over his head already. And sure enough, Team Wicked do tie it up 3-3 going into the second half. Like I said, they're not out of this map yet. Look, they've completely broken the momentum, and they got themselves a nice little 3-round win streak.
And that's exactly what they need as they're coming into this defender half. Now they've turned the momentum in their favor. Sure, the money resets, but the mental is still there. I mean, we saw Aesir having a huge round win streak between maps even, and I really think off the back of Tech9's 3K, where they just started winning round after round after round, and then you had Stone, who was completely immovable, picking up kill after kill, staying in the same spot and just anchoring down sight. I think now that Wicked's able to pick up a couple kills moving into this defense side, we want to see them to be able to convert that momentum and keep picking up some of these rounds. Now the real question is Aesir going to be able to stop this momentum? Does look like they're gearing up towards the hatch. Looks like they have several people towards the hatch there, getting ready to breach in and do some vertical gunplay. It does look like, is that all 5 members sitting on the hatch?
Yeah,
that is.
Oh, they're doing a rush. Oh, this is crazy. Sleepy Penguin does get the first pick. The trades are going back and forth, but they do come out of it on top. 3v2 now. That is wild. I was wondering if we were going to see it. It looked like Wicked was stacking up to do it the 1 round, but Team Aesir just go for it. Des does trade it back down to a 2v2. And Trap takes down Ray, but gets traded by Tech9. It's a 1v1 now, as Des takes down Tech9 and closes through. Oh, that's it. He got it. I'm sorry. All that happened so fast. I fell behind the action. It was back and forth and boom. And that was something awesome to see. I know it didn't work, but that was a really cool strat to kind of see envelop. They all busted through the same spot. I think it would have worked better if they hadn't tried to spread out so much and go for so much map control, because that's the one problem with doing that. You're making a huge hole and you're punching through it really strong with all 5 members. So if you spread out immediately and go from different directions, all those different directions, all of the defenders are now looking towards where the action just happened. They hear all the bullets flying. They're all going to be looking the right way, and you don't know where to be looking. So I think you do best with that kind of strat if you all push in the same direction and try to sweep through. They had it at first. They had a little 3v2 situation going, but they didn't manage to get the solid setup onto that site. Really unfortunate, but very cool to see coming out from Team Aesir there. But Wicked are going to go up 4-3, and just like that, they were down 3-0. Now they're up 4-3. Absolute swing of momentum here.
And they are going to lead for the first time in this half. And again, yeah, you love to see when they drop down through the hatch. It's one of my favorite things to do, is if you can get all your teammates to drop the hatch with you. And the scariest thing with that, and the reason I don't think we see it as much in some of the BCL or VREL, is when you punch a hole that strong, even if you single file push something, they're going for it again. Looks like they are immediately dropping sight. Wicked is going to be very ready for it as the trades start coming through, and Tech9 is left in a 1v2.
Wow. And
all the trades come through again. They said, okay, we tried it once. Let's try it again. Maybe Wicked taught them their lesson that time, as once again they're all dropping on a site. And there's the problem, is everyone's looking at the same spot. And I think that hatch, they possibly got a little bit lucky that Wicked wasn't already surrounding the master bedroom, and when they were able to push onto the B site, they already had a lot of control of it.
You already know what the IGL was thinking there. He's like, all right, they were possibly almost not ready for it the first time. You know what they'll never expect? Let's do it
again.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's the last thing that they'll expect, right? So I do actually really like them going for that as a mix-up, especially considering they lost the first round. They didn't quite have the weaponry. Might as well. That's a good little round to throw in a mix-up and try and catch them off guard once again. They did kind of a little bit less of the spreading out, right? Like on this top floor when they blew in the hatch, you had a couple of people trying to swing around and spread out a little bit. There, they did all kind of punch in the same way, but being outmanned and outgunned, and I guess maybe after having just dealt with it, I think maybe Team Wicked was a little bit ready for it this time. But very cool to see. Yeah,
I saw people gathering up around the hatch, and I said, surely they don't go for it a third time. Surely not. but
Yeah, as
they
much
do
as it would
decide
be,
against it.
as much entertainment value as that would bring, and as much as I would love to see it, yeah, I would have been absolutely shocked to see it a third time.
I would have said they let
So we've had
anyone into these now.
So we got some pressure coming in towards the A bomb site. Tech9's going to foam up that wall, blow the hole, and push in through the door. He's in position without the EMP, but 3 members of Team Wicked are already there ready for this. Tech9 gets 2 opening picks, though, as Sleepy Penguin and Trap go down. Now it's Pony, and he gets the 3rd, finally taken down by Mini, but that is a huge hole. Once again, Tech9 coming in with a huge 3K to open up the round for his team. Doesn't manage to get away clean this time, but now it's a 2v4 situation. Mini KO, they do know where he is, and Ray is going to be able to take him down. It all comes down to Dest. Now, he is going to try to flank around this backside, but with all of his teammates dead, you got to imagine that Team Acer are going to be ready for this. And sure enough, Taquito takes him down, and we've got a 5-4 going into the 10th round. So still up by 1 round, but that's a nice little momentum plugger there. Showing, all right, we're done 5-man dropping through the hatches, and now it's back to business.
And Tech9 again, throwing the team on his back, saying, okay, I'm going to give us a little bit of a running start and we'll boost up, and I need you guys to start picking up some kills. Tech9 going absolutely crazy there, as he wasn't just the tip of a spear, he was the tip of a missile, as he absolutely ran through the A site, destroying everyone in his path. And ultimately, his teammates are able to swing through, take all of the control, and Dest is left all by his lonesome to try and clear so much space, and Acer's just ready for it. They have everything covered, and Taquito's able to take him out. So very, very nice play there, opening up the round for Tech9, and then Acer just able to capitalize on it and make sure that Wicked has no chance of getting back in, making sure they aren't giving Wicked any space to play with, and they have the bodies to support that. They aren't overextending either.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, you got to love this match from these two. The first round, the first map was back and forth, and the second map is just the same. You saw the Team Acer going up 3-0, and it's Team Wicked that are actually the first to be knocking on Map Point's door. It looks like they're going to breach the wall and throw the smoke in. EMP is dropped right near it. Are they going for the cheeky plant strat? Are they going for the cheeky pub rush meta strat? Is it the play? It looks like they don't fully commit to the plant, which would have been risky considering you got Mini over in the jungle gym. I gotta say, I know it works in pubs quite a bit because you catch people off guard, but in a comp match, you gotta imagine they'll be ready for it. But actually, Ray does try to get the plant in before they blow the hatch. Pressure coming in from the back. I think that was a little bit premature. You wait for your team to get a little bit more control there, but we're back down to a 4v4. The round's still not over. 4 members of Team Wicked. You've got 3 members of Acers upstairs trying to work picks through the hatch, and you've got 1 member downstairs working picks. There they are. They are going to go for the drop. Sleepy Penguin gets 2 of them. Finally gets taken up by Taquito. Stone picks up a 3rd. Now it's a 1v2. All up to Pony JR. He sees Taquito in the jungle gym. But Taquito is aware. Turns around, and maybe, I don't know, Team Acer. Maybe that was all part of the plan. I do think that first EMP plant was a little premature, but perhaps it was just a distraction, as now we're going to blow the hatch and come in from behind. Nice recovery coming out from Team Acer there. So we're tied up once again, 5-5. Just like the first map, the second map is going back and forth.
I think it was a little premature there. You're taking a huge risk there by tapping the bomb early. I think the other members of Acer are able to play around it very well and capitalize on it, because now you've got so many people who are starting to rotate towards the bomb. They hear it being tapped. It's been calmed. They're trying to plant EMP. Sure, they swing and they kill 1, but they started losing control, and they were not expecting 3 people to drop through the hatch. But ultimately, that round is gonna fall, as they are able to just overwhelm on site, as 3 people are dropping through the hatch. They love sending as many bodies as they can through the hatch, and I think it's catching Wicked a little off guard. Sending 5 obviously is a little too much, but if they have a little bit of space and then they continue to send 3 people through the hatch, it's just overwhelming Wicked here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what a nade! Sleepy Penguin manages to get it to roll underneath the door and take out 2 members of Team Acer within the first couple seconds of the round. That is crazy. EMP is also down. I don't think they're aware of that, but that is, and they get another nade going into the same place. Wow. Imagine
Yeah.
that was the moment that Tech9 reached down to pick up the EMP and just blew
Well,
up.
Tech9,
But
I
go
think
on.
Tech9 dropped that EMP there to destroy the static field. So he actually dropped the EMP. That Tech9 was a enforcer nade um, to try and clear out close. But still, a very nice nade there by Sleepy Penguin, getting it under the door and picking up 2. And now, even though you have 2 Cyclones on your team, you're still up, man. You're in a 5v3 very early in the round. Taquito is going to pick up Pony, though. Try and even it out a little bit. Des taking a lot of damage through the wall.
A mini KO going down to Tech9. Sleepy with the trade. Good vibes, and Des going back and forth, and now it's a 1v1. Taquito pushing his way through this into the B bomb site, looking for the kill. He finds him behind the counter, knows where Des is, and Des is low on health. Taquito does manage to finish him off. Unable to find the headshot is Dest. And there you have it. Team Acer going up to map point here on map 2. The worst I can do at this point is tie. And they seem to have a little bit of momentum back in their favor. Another little 3-round winning streak. They've been struggling here in this second half on the second map, but they seem to be finding their rhythm here. And it's another basement spawn going into the last round. So we'll see if they can find the success that they found the last basement spawn. That's going to be map 2 going the way of Acer in a surprise upset. I feel like a lot of people favoring Wicked for this, even though it's not quite a match, just a scrimmage. Maybe a little bit of an upset here, if you can call it that in a scrim. Is that allowed? Are there scrimmage upsets, or do you just call them training accidents?
Training accidents. I do think a little bit of a training accident. I think a lot of this as well. I think Pony is going to be very nervous anytime you're trying out for a team. If you're underperforming at all, it's something that's very, very nerve-wracking for you, and it's easy to spiral and start losing your mental state and just thinking, oh man, I'm not gonna make the team. Because you got all the rest of these Wicked players, they're just playing, having a good time. They're relaxed, able to practice some strats, practice some different things. That wall being blown while Sleepy Penguin actually setting down, and the nade's able to kill him. Sleepy Penguin
what a
getting
nade from Ray off the wall, or over the wall, I should say, and that was impressive. And you've got Trap working the second story window. All 5 members though of Team Acer are on this side, as Good Vibes is actually down, so it's a 4v4. And a lot of damage coming through. Look at the health bars. Ray's going to go for the cheeky plant through the smoke. The smoke fades. Oh, almost gets caught out there. But Pony Jar does manage to take Stone now. They're in a 3v4 situation. Oh, Trap does get traded out on the second floor. Interesting place for that proximity. Is it on the floor? I'm surprised they haven't taken it out yet. Tech9's going to try and make his way. I'm sorry, Taquito tries to push around the other side, but gets traded out. And now it's Team Acer up 2-1. Ray's going to go for the plant, but Des just perfect position. Yeah, perfect position to deny that. But plenty of time here on the clock for Tech9. Now knows where Des is. Nothing but a Cyclone in hand. And yeah, Tech9 has everything he needs to win this round. He's got active camo, knows where Des is. Des doesn't quite know where he is. It looks like he's going to try to push through the A side and wrap around from Wine Cellar.
He will be met by that door blocker, though. So hopefully Des is able to hear something. He is outgunned here. But he does have the EMP down. It does look like Tech9 is going to be possibly rotating around. He does decide to go back through Boiler, and he will be meeting Des. Des looks like he's rotating around. Not sure where Tech9's went. He knows he's wandered somewhere. It's been so long since he's seen him.
Yes, just got his hands on a Vezin, so he's got a rifle now. And he finds the headshot. Yep. Despite the active camo, we're going to see a draw going in for map 2. So the match still not over. Team Acer took map 1. Team Wicked managed to draw map 2. So going into map 3, it's going to be on Team Wicked to win this map in order to bring it to a draw. Now, I don't know for scrims, do they do the tiebreaker? Is they run it just like a match?
I think they just run the maps. I don't believe they will run a death match if Wicked is able to win. I think they just run the maps. It would be rather funny though if they ran the death match. Maybe we can ask them. Taquito though going 17 and 6
an awesome match to watch. I want to see the tiebreaker. I need some resolution. Who's gonna win this thing?
You need it's a tiebreaker, not for them. It's not their practice anymore. It's for us. I need to know who's better.
Exactly.
And I think Pony, I think he'd like to play in a tiebreaker as well. Possibly pick up some kills and show if he can frag out in a death match, because death match is going to be so different. I mean, you can't 5-man hit a hatch in a death match, and really it's just all raw aim and skill and your gunplay. It's mostly going to be gunplay. There's not as much game sense going into a death match.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on during an actual bomb defusal map. You've got you're trying out for a new team, you're trying to mesh in with their strategies. They've already got preset stuff they're doing. You're trying to find where you fit in, coordinate where your teammates at, where are the enemies at. You get into that team deathmatch, it's just like, all right, where are they at? Click, click, click. Just shoot heads. That's all you got to do. So
Almost like an
I'm
aim
sure.
labs aim trainer, right? It's relaxing. I want to put on some lo-fi music, just run through some death matches.
Yeah,
It's just a
exactly.
relaxing time. Maybe a little bit more pressure if you're at a tiebreaker. Maybe I won't put on some lo-fi. I'll put on some heavy metal instead. But same idea. You just
You got to fit the
love to
mood.
see a death match. Fit the mood exactly. Now we'll be waiting around, seeing what we're gonna be doing. If someone's gonna hit the button here.
Yeah. So third map is going to be skyscraper. I am excited to see this setup. Now we've seen a little bit of a pattern here for these first two maps. The enforcers seem to have had, at least at the beginning, the slight upper hand. I've seen, team was it both maps? At the beginning of the first map, Team Acer definitely was going up by 1 round apiece. And then
It
no,
did,
I'm sorry. On
yes,
the second map, it was Team Acer going up 3-0 on the defender side. So
exactly.
but
So
Skyscraper notorious for being a defender-sided map. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of a different story. Maybe it won't be quite so neck and neck the whole way through. Maybe we'll see. Looks like Team Wicked's going to be starting on the Revolter side. Will they be able to get off to a bit of a head start here in rounds, or not?
Well, I
Interesting to
think
see.
Wicked, from what I've seen from Wicked's plays, they are a very solid defending team. For the most part, they have very good defense, and we saw Azer going up at the beginning of both matches, and Wicked was trailing behind. They're able to bring it back tied, and then they end up winning a few rounds and being able to pull ahead. But then Azer, usually off the back of Tech 9 doing something crazy, is able to just kind of scramble together and stop Wicked's momentum. Every single time Wicked has been able to build some momentum, Tech 9 instantly stops it, and Azer is instantly stopping all of that momentum and getting those rounds to roll back in the favor. Now, hopefully, we do have a little bit of a break now between the Hideout and Skyscraper. Hopefully, Wicked is not going to let them continue to steamroll again. Wicked's going to be on the defending side. So if we have Azer again picking up round after round after round on attack on Skyscraper, it's going to be a very scary situation as Wicked, even just scrim and kind of what are you guys doing? I think a lot of it is going to be looking at um, with the how you guys are playing as a team. I think Wicked's mental is very very strong. I think they definitely aren't a team to be shaken, and they haven't made many changes to their roster. They've had a lot of consistency. But if you end up losing a bunch of rounds on top of that on your Skyscraper, I think you're going to be watching this back and thinking, where can we improve? Because we aren't necessarily going to want to make a ton of changes to the roster. We want to obviously not drop 3 rounds or drop any rounds really on defense on Skyscraper. You're never wanting to drop a round. But I think that's something that Wicked is going to be thinking about moving into this. Now, that's only if they drop a round. I'm hoping we see here Wicked is able to lead for the first time as they're going to be starting out really having the advantage being on the Skyscraper.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like you said, Tech 9 coming in with some big plays for his team. I'm thinking if things go the right way for Wicked, they're going to get off to a head start in the first half, and it's going to be a second half performance we're going to be looking at for Tech 9 in order to bring Team Acer back into the contestants. But this is all speculation at this point. We're going to have to wait to see how it goes, as it looks like we have a little bit of a technical timeout. One of the players just jumping back into his headset.
It
I think
does
we were
seem
waiting.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, Pony is going to
somebody
be
maybe thinks
leaving, I believe.
I got you.
And so
So
we're
okay, we got
swapping
a
Pony out.
substitution coming in here. Okay, yeah. So we someone leaving the server here. Okay, we got a little bit of a sub coming in. So interesting to see how that might change out the dynamic. So and did
Exactly.
you say it was Pony that was dipping out? They're trying
Pony
out another
Pony
tryout?
was the tryout. Are they trying another tryout? We'll have to see who they bring in here. So they
Yeah.
are going to be trying out someone else as well. So still not their full standard roster, which I think when you're doing a scrim as well, uh, trying out people is what you want to do anyway to see, where can we improve and playing with other people, getting different ideas. And I think that's very smart. I do love
Yeah.
seeing some of these crippled bodies scatter the basketball court as people have removed their headsets, grabbing water, grabbing the bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see. I mean, when you're trying out, I mean, you gotta give it up to Pony. Like you said, it's a nerve-wracking situation to be in. He didn't he wasn't at the top of the scoreboards, maybe towards the bottom, but he wasn't really underperforming by a drastic margin, I think we saw at the end there. So, respectable 7 and 10, really not bad. Going into the third map. I'm sure he would like his chance, but when a team's looking for a new player, you got to shop around. You know what I mean? You gotta test different things. You gotta add different spices to the mix and see what makes that perfect concoction of a competitive team. So
I think that's
completely
exactly right.
understandable. Maybe not the worst sign for Pony to be leaving here for the third map. Hopefully, they're just trying to test the waters with another speculation, another prospect.
So it
Then
does
again,
seem
it looks
like,
like the
yeah.
fifth person coming in is going to be Tumbleweeds, who is already on the starting roster for Team Wicked. So, perhaps you know what it might be. This has been such a close, intense match that maybe Team Wicked is like, let's get our full roster on here and let's make sure we seal the deal on the scrim. I mean, we're on stream, people are watching. We got to show the world that we are gonna can shut Team Acer down. You know, enough of this tryout stuff. We'll do the tryouts later. Let's win this match. What
Well,
do you think?
I think Wicked potentially as well. They maybe it's a little hats off to Azer that they are playing well enough. They're like, okay, we'll bring out our full roster. We've been kind of holding back. We've been trying some things out. Um, we noticed that you were being a little disrespectful with the 5-man hatch drops, and we made sure to shut you down. But now we're going to show you what we can do. And now this is where, if you're Azer, it is again just a scrim. There's nothing on really on the line here except your pride. Um, I'd love to see Azer though, what they're gonna have coming back into this, thinking, okay, they're bringing their full roster out. Now, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna go through with this into this next map where we're gonna be starting again at the disadvantage?
Absolutely. So it looks like we're still waiting for Tumbleweed to get into the server here. Um, and yeah, already learning a couple of things from watching this scrimmage. I'm not gonna lie, that one setup of blowing the hatch below the bomb site and planting near it to watch it from the floor below. That's not something I've actually seen before. I'm gonna throw that into my little bag of tricks. What else have we learned? I haven't seen anything too crazy with the tripwires. I saw a strange proxy sensor there on B that was just on the floor. I don't know if that was like, was that glitched into some sort of object where they couldn't see it or shoot it? I'm not sure why. It lasted a long time. Maybe there's something to see there. But uh, but yeah, both teams dipping into their bag of tricks to give us a show here tonight on Wednesday Night Fights.
I love Wednesday night. Wednesday night is always one of my favorite nights. I don't know, middle of the week, I'm halfway through the work week and I'm just ready to sit down, watch some breachers, enjoy some games, and see a competitive match. And even though it's just a scrim, it's just the most competitive that we have right now in breachers. Is again all of these league teams coming together, and it's fun to get to know these teams and to see what they're going to be doing, what they're going to be bringing to the BCL and REL, because they're coming into some of these more professional league games. I would like to see though, um, maybe a 5-man hatch drop happening in one of those more competitive situations would be really entertaining to see. I think probably Azer would only do that if they're really up a few
That.
rounds in one of those kind of situations.
Yeah, absolutely love to see that. I would love to see some more of that going in on a skyscraper. Unfortunately, there are no roof hatches into the second floor of the map, but on those bottom floor bomb sites, maybe we'll see some shenanigans. I'm not sure if the setup is quite right for it, but we'll see. Skyscraper definitely an interesting map. You got a couple of those setups with the bomb sites on the bottom floor. You got that one spawn where there's actually a wall breach, or sorry, just a window breach into both of the bomb sites. You got a window breach right onto A, a window breach right onto B, and you've got a roof hatch or a floor hatch blowing right into that A bomb site as well. So really interesting to see how both teams have their setups on this skyscraper map. It's one of the more interesting maps I've ever seen, honestly, in a shooter. I'm a huge fan, and I think as we're seeing the meta kind of unfold in front of us, and how close and entertaining this match has been, we might see some shenanigans that you've never seen before. Uh, just for Wednesday night fights, I love it. I'm with you. I think Wednesday one of the best nights of the week. You're right in the middle of it. Uh, it's just great. It's just great. I'm loving it so far, and I'm anxious to jump into this third map. So
Yeah,
somebody, somebody call Turtle and get him in here. Was it
or
Turtle?
it was Wicked or
Tumbleweed. My bad.
Tumbleweed,
Somebody call Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
Get him in here. We need to get this match started. I'm on the
He's
edge of my
taking
seat. I'm itching to
he's
get back
taking
into it.
he's taking his time to stroll in here, getting everything booted up, grabbing his water. Um, And I
Yeah.
do think though, I mean, again, Skyscraper, it's grown on me. I started off playing the breachers and playing hideout, I thought hideout, this is the best map. This map is a godsend. It's basically a Rainbow Six map, and I played a ton of Rainbow Six. I thought that map was absolutely amazing. Then I found out Factory is a super flushed out map, and it's actually super good. And now Skyscraper, I think honestly, Triangle Factory has done a fantastic job with these maps. Every single map just feels very well fleshed out. Skyscraper is a little defender sided, but I think there's coming more and more tactics and strategies to try and mitigate that as an attacker. If you can take out the lurk and you can take some of the vertical control and not funnel everyone down the stairs, you have a fighting chance here. I love dropping down the hatches on Skyscraper. Typically doing a 5-man drop strat, so it's a little bit of a troll sometimes, but dropping down into restaurant and picking up 3 with your team, when you just completely flood the bomb site, there's nothing quite like it. And really, Skyscraper is a fantastic map to do that on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I
However,
think uh
I
I
think we
think
are
we
going to
might be
throw it to
going.
a quick be right back, as we have two
Yeah.
members of Wicked who have disconnected. They're going to be reconnecting here. So we will be right back with you guys here in just a couple minutes to be able to start up this next map on Skyscraper, which will be the third map tonight between Aesir and Wicked. We do have X. Was that ecstasy? All
All
right,
right,
and we
welcome
are
back to
back
Wednesday
here.
night fights. Go ahead, take it away, Ripster.
I was gonna say we're back here. We actually are gonna have. Oh, we had someone connect on the side of Wicked, just barely disconnected. We do have Tumbleweed join, and looks like they also swapped out another. Not sure who they're bringing back in, because they did have a tryout, but Pony they've rotated out, and now they have Tumbleweed in here, and we're just waiting for someone to reconnect. Unfortunate time to reconnect right when we get into the match here, and we are gonna see here as they're getting ready for this hit. Looks like a very just spread out preparation here on the side of Aesir. They might be looking at going through the stairs, hitting some of this window, get some action through the windows as well. Again, this map, it's becoming more and more known you don't want to send everyone down the stairs. It's just too big of a choke point, and I think Taquito is going to hope to alleviate some of that pressure on the stairs so that way they can get some of their teammates down those stairs.
Absolutely. So Team Wicked coming into this first half on the defender side. Let's see if they can get off to a head start. Taquito, Team Acer, going to do the action drop in. They're going to full rush into the screen room, and it looks like they're setting up. I don't think they know Sleepy Penguin is wandering up here, but they're going to try to set up for the hash. Sleepy Penguin in a great position to get a couple of kills. Stone's taking out bot Jordy, so we're down to a 4v4 as Ray also gets dropped. But Tech 9, oh, they're already doing the hatch drop. They're going quick. They have no idea Sleepy Penguin is behind them. So what Des needs to do is just live long enough for Sleepy Penguin's flank to come into effect, and works perfectly. Sleepy Penguin comes in with one from behind, then Des pops in from the front, and now we're down to a 2v2. So really impressive. Now to a 2v1. This would be an amazing comeback into this round if Des and Sleepy Penguin can close this out. But Stone obviously does not want that to happen. He's going to breach the wall, make a little space for himself, gets the headshot onto Des. Sleepy drops in. Looking around the one side, is Stone going to be aware of this? It looks like he blew a wall somewhere else. I'm not sure which wall he had foam on. Trying to figure out how to play. He's got foam on this. Oh, he didn't have it finished. He was trying to blow it. There it is. There it is. Now he's going to make a little space for himself. And Sleepy Penguin has rotated off into this other corner. He doesn't clear it, and Sleepy Penguin does manage to close it down. That was a great comeback. Sleepy and Des in a 2v4 situation, and they just Sleepy on the flank and Des hiding on that other bomb site. A great little pincer move.
Exactly, and that's really what you want to see from your lurk is patience. You need to know the timing of the game, because if he peeks early, if he dies before that hatch is blown, all that pressure from flank is no longer there, and Dest is going to be left alone in a 1v, however many people are pushing on, 1v3. And he's going to be by himself, making it a very difficult round to win. Stone doing nice, picking up some kills, but ultimately the flank from Sleepy Penguin and pincering again onto that site as he's able to drop down and ultimately hold down the bomb site. As Stone just is pushing in, not able to find anything. But again, the patience there from Sleepy Penguin is exactly what you want to see, and that's why Skyscraper is such a hard map to attack, is because you have to go deeper than you normally would to clear these angles to check if someone could possibly flank you. Because if you don't clear it and someone is there and they've waited long enough, they've been patient enough, then you're going to find yourself pushing onto the bomb site, and then someone's going to be shooting you in the back of the head at the same time. And so we're going to see here, looks like Sleepy Penguin's going to be on the bomb site, getting his headset back on as we move into round 2.
Yep. 2 getting underway here. And Sleepy Penguin is not wandering on the floor above this time. We've got a double breach from Taquito and Jesse. This is a great play. I love this coordination. Come in both at the same time. So a little bit risky in case you do get pre-fired. You're both lined up for that split second, but all 5 members of Team Acer here stacking up over towards B. Sleepy Penguin gets the opening pick through the doorway. Almost gets another one there onto Taquito. And you've got Trap peeking over the desk right there. And now you got 3 members of Team Wicked. They are ready for this, but Stone does open up with the Cyclone there onto Trap. They blew the hatch. You got pressure coming in from both sides. Oh, they're making a fight of it. It's a 3v3 as they're pushing their way in, but on the flank comes Mini KO and Dest pushing them in the back and the front. Man, Dest is just so good at working the front line while there's a flank coming in around the back. Just really good to see him. That's twice in a row now with him holding down the front, just creating the space for his teammates to flank.
Exactly, and I think you have it on the point again. Just Dest is able to create the space. He knows how to play with the timing of the game as well, and I think that's one thing you get when you have a well-practiced team like Wicked, who've been playing together for a while, is they have chemistry. They know each other's timings. Dest knows, okay, the flank's going to be coming in about this long, I can just hold, and they already have played enough together where they have an idea of when and how long they need to hold, how far they need to push, when they need to hold back. And I think that's coming through and shining really well with Wicked right now, and it's making it very difficult for Aesir to attack. Because even though Sleepy Penguin, he was just sitting on site, he was able to find one with that Vezin, and he does, ultimately fall. He's got so much pressure as his teammates surround onto Aesir, making it very, very difficult for Aesir to hold any space at all. They tried to tap the bomb, tried to go for the plant, but there was just too much pressure as Wicked is surrounding them because, again, they don't have the space that they need. And hopefully now that they've got some rifles in their hand, they'll be able to take some of that space back as we move into round 3.
Yep, so round three underway. You got 5 rifles in the hands of everyone on Team Acer, but a nade coming out from Trap takes Tech 9. That's the star player for Team Acer right out of the gate. So an unfortunate situation, as he does manage to get a nade outside and catch him on the rafter somehow. But the rest of Team Acer pushing their way in. They do gain bathroom control. So Stone here waiting for the syringe and the EMP to pump in. He says, all right, who's got a health syringe? Actually, I don't see a syringe in anyone's hand for Team Acer. So it looks like Stone is just stuck on 2 points of health, which is... Oh, he's going back. Yep, there he found one on the body, perhaps. No, I don't think...
He
I
got
think
the
it was
foam.
just a cloak. Yep, all right, here comes the foam. Looks like they're going to have to push forward with 2 health, you know? Basically a 3v4 at this point. Stone's going to blow one hole, blow another hole. They got a lot of pressure coming into this B bomb site. Now you got Trap stuck out in the open. Are they going to be able to capitalize? He does rotate around. It looks like maybe a little bit of a fake as Stone doesn't want to push in. Tumbleweed there for the support. Taking out Taquito through the hole in the wall. And Trip has rotated now into the corner by the little vent hole. And you've got down to a 4v3. Stone still on 2 points of health. And the other 2 members of Wicked are, you know, content to just stay there on the A bomb site just in case all of this action over towards B turns out to be a fake. They are in position. You do see one member there from Team Acer rotating around the balcony on the outside, looking to pop an angle, but they are aware. You see the ping coming out from Mini. They do hear the footsteps from Good Vibes outside that window, so he's not going to be able to catch anyone unaware. Does manage to find some damage in onto Trap. 4v3, and it just hurts to see Stone stuck on 2 points of health for this entire round, pretty much. Good Vibes does actually manage to find a timing onto Trap, but he gets traded out by K. Oh, Mini just coming in with the 3-piece and shutting him down.
Absolute massive play there by Mini as they rotate on. I think Wicked, they are playing so well on this attack. After they're up man and they have a man advantage, they don't even have a lurk. They're able to pull everyone back and say, hey, we have enough bodies. They can't push in. We can hold everything, and we don't have to worry about getting surrounded or giving them space, because if they try to spread out, they're going to be spread too thin. And so they're able to anchor down the bomb site. That very, very nice frag early on there in the round. And then Stone, even though he's able to pick up one, instantly getting dropped to 2 HP and being stuck on 2 HP for the whole round. Like you said, it's tragic and painful. It hurts to see, and it makes you feel naked. If you're ever in a situation where you've been on 2 HP, you just feel exposed. Like, any breath will end up killing you, and ultimately he is going to end up falling, not from a breath, but a lead bullet is going to catch him, and he will fall. Now, it looks like we have some people gearing up towards the stairs here. Possibly going to send a few towards the stairs, and then Taquito again going to be creating some space for them. They're going to hear Sleepy Penguin running around, and they're going to know that he is on the lurk, so they already know that they're going to have to be clearing something behind them, because they will hear him run by.
So we get this 4th round underway, and it's going to be a full save round coming out from Team Acer. You see Team Wicked up 3-0. They got plenty of money in the bank and rifles in everyone's hands. It's going to be a tall ask. Let's see what Team Acer can bring into this round. And this is exactly what we were talking about before the match started. Team Wicked getting off to a nice little head start. Skyscraper, a notoriously defensive-sided map. So let's see what Team Acer can do to poke a hole into this defense, get a little bit of momentum going. They really, if you can at least just get one round on the board, the last thing you want to do is go into the second half down 6-0. Because then it all comes down to the pistol. So we are going to see some pressure. Tumbleweed gets the opening pick. They do breach into the wall over on the A bomb site. Another nade picking up Taquito. So down to a 3v5 and with the gun disadvantage. It's looking a bit grim here in this 4th round. Good Vibes walking his way up. Seems to be aware of Trap. Does get a nice little flick kill onto Tumbleweed, but Trap peeks out and gets the trade. Tech 9 does manage to find Sleepy Penguin somewhere in the backline, but they know right where he's at. And now it all comes down to Stone outside that window. He's not going to be able to get anything going. And a nice clean round there from Team Wicked. They seem to be ready.
And Wicked, you know, being very ready, very prepared. You saw at the very start where Acer, they were aware of Sleepy Penguin's flank. They were aware he was back there. As soon as they swing down, they're all guns are looking that direction. No one's even watching towards the door blocker for someone to possibly swing through from behind, which, you know, as a principled team, maybe you do want one watching that door blocker. You don't want to make sure everyone's looking one direction. I think really what we should have seen there, and possibly something that the IGL looking back, if they had tried to isolate Sleepy Penguin, knowing that he was on the flank, trying to isolate the lurker and kill him, even if you end up dropping a body or two, you're able to regain a Vezin off of it. And regaining a Vezin and damaging the economy of Wicked, I think, would have been more important. And not only that, you're now rooting out the flank, and you can push forward a lot more confidently. I think if they had spent a little bit more time trying to clear that flank, they might have found a little more success in that 4th round. But now they're going to go up 4-0 against Wicked. Again, this is a defender-sided map, but still leaves some questions for Aesir. What are they going to do to try and get something together? They have to string something together on this round. They have all Vezins. What are they going to do to try and convert this round and at least do something to damage Wicked here?
Absolutely. So as we come into this 5th round, not a lot of money left in the bank. They really need to make this round happen, because if not, going into the last round of the half, they're not going to have a lot of money left over. So you see Tech9 pushing into this control room with Taquito. Yep, good coordination coming out. They blow the hatch in the wall, and Tech9 finds the pick. Taquito finds another one. This is exactly what they needed to happen, up to a 5v3. Taquito finding a third. Just Dest and Tumbleweed left. And we've seen some magic from Dest in the past. Is he going to be able to pull it out again? Pushing on that front line, but he doesn't have anyone supporting him with the flank. So it looks like they're just going to try to force their way into the front line. That nade does manage to bring down Tech9 Jr., but it's Tumbleweed stuck in a 1 versus 4 situation. And now, yeah, good vibes just presses forward, shuts him down.
I think very well played. Again, Aesir, they decide to go with this very, very aggressive and fast site hit where they don't even worry about any kind of flank. They say, hey, we can push in here. We see some spam coming through the wall, possibly looking for a wallbang. Even though nothing connects on the wallbang, they have so many bodies ready to funnel in and trade each other out that they can keep the man advantage and keep locked down on the site. They found an answer to Wicked saying, we don't need to worry about a flank if we can take the site fast enough. So now they're going to be playing a time game here going into the 6th round. Like to see what are they going to do in this last round. Are we going to see something more aggressive again? Are we going to see a really quick push down onto the site, trying to catch Wicked off guard? Or are we going to see them kind of fall back almost into an autopilot where, okay, we got the round, let's play a little bit slower? A lot of teams, after you pick up a win, it's easy to go on autopilot and just kind of play breachers on autopilot without really thinking about what you're doing and just kind of wandering around the map and tapping heads when you find them. Really, we need to see that same active engagement and possibly another really quick hit. It does look like Wicked are kind of retaining everyone closer together. No one's too spread out. Looks like we do have Tumbleweed actually is going to be a little bit closer, and he will be that lurk role for this round.
Yeah, so coming into the last round of the half, and this is the problem when you lose the first 4 rounds. You even though you win the 5th round, there's so much money stacked up for Team Wicked that you don't do a single dent in their economic situation. But 5 rifles in everyone's hand for Team Aesir, pushing around towards this main lobby side. Nice little pinch again. This is exactly what we saw the last time on this setup. All 5 members are here, and yeah, they found some success. They're finding it again. Taquito with the opening pick, and there goes Dest and Sleepy Penguin both down. They were the ones that clutched it out last time, so does trade back down to a 3v2 though, as Tumbleweed and Trap just even and again the trades. This is back and forth. Nobody wants to lose this round. So we've got a 2v2, good vibes and Stone working through this hole, and we've got Trap over in the corner while you have Tumbleweed in the connector with a nice little crossfire. EMP is down. It looks like Stone is thinking about working down that hallway. Battery's just checking to make sure that nobody's coming up behind. They've seen it time and time again. It looks like they're ready for it. And he's going to breach through that. He's got an angle on the connector now. Stone does manage to find Tumbleweed through the new angle. And now 1v2. I think they know where Trap is in this corner, and they're both going to push at the same time. He almost lines him up, but no. That's going to be 4-2.
The lineup doesn't happen, and we saw, a very slow. I misspoke there. Tumbleweed was actually on site. We didn't have any lurking on the side of Wicked, so they were ready for something a little more aggressive. But a nice change-up round there from Aesir. They went from a really, really quick and aggressive site hit where they overwhelmed you in seconds to a very, very slow, taking the space, getting ready and a lot of preparation, ultimately coming down onto the bomb site. And even though Wicked dropped the EMP down on site and Aesir isn't able to recover the EMP, Wicked isn't able to hold it long enough. They aren't able to hold off Aesir's push. I think not having the space that they would have liked to have in the hallway, having someone wrap around hallway and then picking up through the connector, picking up that frag there makes it really difficult as a Wicked player, because now you got to be thinking, okay, well, they've shown us they can go fast, they've shown us they can go slow. Do we kind of go back to a default strat with a lurk? And it does look like we are going to see someone up on the second floor making sure they have those hatches covered. However, it doesn't seem like we're going to see much contesting those hatches in the terms of Aesir. Looks like everyone's going to be kind of looking down towards the first floor. Or we actually do see a side swap. I did misspeak. So Wicked is actually going to be attacking, and on the side of Aesir, they have that one looking towards the hatch, but Wicked doesn't seem too interested.
Yeah, that's right. So you see a similar setup coming out here from Team Aesir that Wicked was using on that first pistol round of the first half, but it doesn't look like Team Wicked are interested in doing the same kind of hatch play. So they're all down on this bottom floor. So Tech9 Jr. up on that Wander is not going to be quite as effective. Now he's still going to be able to find a timing and come in with a nice flank and put some pressure. So they do still have to be aware, but you are seeing a bit of a different tactic from Team Wicked. So already a difference in play styles. You got 4 of them stacked out, ready to breach in onto this A bomb site, and it looks like you've only got 2 members of Team Aesir ready to handle this up as they shift over. Now 3 people in this room. Taquito, first one to go down. Good vibes with the trade. Mini drops. Ray comes around the corner, gets taken down by Tumbleweed, and bodies are just dropping down to a 2v2. Almost 1v1 as Stone barely comes out on top of that with 20 health. EMP does get planted, but Sleepy Penguin in a 1v2 does drop Stone. Now it's just Tech9. Star player with almost the 180 there. Tech9 down to 20 points of health, and Sleepy does manage to drop him. Oh, damn shame. Tech9's got to be kicking himself after that.
Tech9's definitely kicking himself after that. You hate to see it. You missed the shots on the guy. You tried to load him into his back. I think I really liked what I saw there from Tech9, though, on the hatch. He realized they aren't going hatch. He starts rotating instantly. He realizes the push isn't coming from that direction, and he makes sure that he can try and at least help his team out. He isn't able to connect the shots. I think if he connected the shots, it would have been an absolutely flawless round there for Aesir as far as, gameplay. The trades went through, the rotations were good, and they played their numbers game right, and Tech9 had a great position. The shots just don't end up landing. I think, though, a lot of players, what they end up doing in those positions is they anchor the hatch too long. And the problem is, if Wicked doesn't hit the hatch, then that's no longer a rotation point. If Wicked hits the hatch, you can rotate through the hatch and meet up with your team again very quickly. But if Wicked doesn't hit that hatch, now you're stuck rotating all the way down the stairs trying to get back to your team while Wicked is executing on site, and you are nowhere to be found. You aren't able to help anyone out anyway. Again, he had a good timing rotating, but the shot's just not landing. Is going to make it so the round is going to fall to the side of Wicked, and we are going to go up 5-2 as we enter the 8th round. We're going to be round right before map point.
That's right. Wicked already knocking on the door of that map point. And that's going to be, not quite match point, because Wicked technically needed to win this map in order to tie up the series. But either way, they're going to be glad to be in the spot that they're at. I think the little bit of cushion that they have is great. We're seeing a drone coming in around the staircase. Sleepy and Tumbleweed following up the drone. And nice and slow, taking their time, checking these other rooms, making sure they're not getting wandered on and flanked. So it is going to be pressure towards this screen room this time. So this A bomb site does seem to be the site they like to pressure on this bomb spawn. You got good vibes tucked into this cheeky little corner again. Once again, though, Cyclone's in the hand of everyone on Team Aesir, and you've got that one Vezin on Sleepy Penguin's hand. So let's see what he can do with that as they push their way forward. Now, Good Vibes is going to be in. It's a bit of a tough spot because you're pinched between 2 different angles, but it's also a great spot to be cheeky and aggressive, just like that. Tech9 tries to find some pressure down the hallway. He does manage to take down Sleepy Penguin, but traded out by Tumbleweed. That Vezin is down on the ground. Tumbleweed's going to turn around and pick that up. And members of Team Aesir are just dropping. But the trades do come in. Taquito does manage to drop one there, so it's down to a 1v2. And fortunately, I do think that Vezin did get scooped up, but he finds himself a syringe. It's a fully loaded Cyclone, and it's not quite over. They know where he's at because he did just kill a member from Team Wicked, but both members of Team Wicked are below 50 points of health. So first person comes in, he gets the headshot, spraying, almost finds trap there, but not quite. Not quite.
I think that the shots just, again, not connecting as an Aesir player, thinking, no, No, this is definitely he was in very winnable situations when both players they're one tap and he's laying shots down at head level. If those shots connected because they're on such low HP, it would have killed both players. But again, the shot's not landing, the trade ends up coming through, and I think the lurk he's able to find one, but it's just not having quite as much pressure as they need on as they're getting pushed on the site. Too many are falling on site. And now it's really a question. Aesir, this should be where they're shining through the defender side, where it's a lot easier. But Wicked seem very very dominant as they're pushing down onto the site. Tumbleweed here going 10 and 7, and we do see 3 members of Aesir going 7. Very very even so far. As far as Aesir players, but Wicked just proving to be a little bit better in gunplay, in positioning, and they seem to be a little more confident on this map than Aesir is.
Yeah, definitely don't want to count them out just yet. Like, as we've been saying, Skyscraper, a notoriously defender-sided map, and you do see 5 rifles in the hands of all the members of Team Acer. So this is going to be the round where they're going to need to start this momentum swing. 4 rounds in a row, and boom, they draw it out and cinch the match. So even though Team Wicked is on map point, technically, Team Acer is the only one that's can be on match point with this map. So they're not necessarily down and out of it yet. Now we have 2 people wandering, Taquito, and I think it was Tech9 over there. Yep. Again, wandering up on the screen room side. And here comes the breach into the screen room. Sleepy does manage to take out Taquito. I don't know if they're going to be aware that Tech9 is also wandering. I think they're thinking we've killed their wanderer. Now we're set up to do this breach play through the hatch. And yeah, let's see. So this roam from Tech9 is going to be very important. Now we saw this work very well on the side of Wicked in the first half. He was up in the same position and he managed to get a great flank from the back as Des was in the front, and they had a great 2v4 comeback. But it looks like they're aware of his position already, and now they're gonna have to deal with him. He takes down Mini, turns around, gets a nice little 180 over on the trap, and now we're down to a 2v3 though. It looks like bodies falling on the first floor. Penguin does manage to finally bring down Tech9, and now it's all on to Ray. This is it. He has to bring this back. This 1v3. This will be the last round unless he can find a way back into this round. Here he is working his way. Are they aware of his position? I think he made a step there. I think they might be aware. He finds the first pick on the tumbleweed. Now they definitely know where he's at. EMP is going to go down. Looking for the angle into the corner. He does see Penguin there, but Penguin manages to cinch it out.
And I do think by round count, Wicked is actually going to be winning because they did win up 5 rounds. 7-2, very very dominant performance there by Wicked. So they are actually they would win the series. If we were playing for a full series and not a scrim, they would win by the round counts here.
I got you. So is that, I'm actually a question. I should know this as a caster, but if is that the only way it goes to a tiebreaker if they're tied on round counts, or is that this BCL spring tourney is going to be based on maps, is what I'm hearing from production here. So got you. So for BCL, it looks like it would go to a tiebreaker here, but because this is a scrimmage, I'm not sure if they're going to play out the tiebreaker. So that might be it. We'll wait on confirmation. Unfortunately, such a back and forth neck and neck match, an absolute banger coming out for Wednesday night fights. Oh, wait, are they doing it? It looks like they're going in for the tiebreaker.
We see a death match.
This is what we all want. You got to give the people what they want.
Absolute chaos is about to ensue. I just want to see, headshots coming around. It does look like Tumbleweed is going to be picking. Oh, never mind. We have a bunch of bots, and the bots start falling. So maybe looks like some people have decided to dip out, and we're gonna head back to desk now.
All right, looks like no tiebreaker, unfortunately. Like they were down for it, but Team Wicked said we don't do tiebreakers on scrims. Get out of here. We have nothing to prove. But anyway, that's going to do it for Wednesday Night Fights. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought that was an absolute banger of a scrim to watch. So exciting, back and forth, came right down to the wire. Really neck and neck.
Again, very back and forth, very, very entertaining. Seeing Wicked, though, so comfortable on Skyscraper really begs the question in the future, because Acer is going to have to be playing Skyscraper in the future. We need to see some changes possibly on some of their timings, on some of their rotations, on exactly what they're doing. They had some good change-up rounds when they were able to string a couple rounds together, but in the end, Wicked was just so overwhelming on both the attack and the defense. And I think that they just very, very nice performance there by Wicked on that last map on Skyscraper. Aesir being a very strong team. It looks like they're a team with a little bit more sense of humor, a little less serious as we saw some 5-man hatch drops on Hideout. But overall, very, very entertaining games to watch. A lot of fun. And thank you all for joining us tonight. I've been Ripster, and this has been Filibust as well. We've been loved casting tonight and watching these games with you.
Absolutely. I had a great time. I know there was a lot of questioning chat messages coming out wondering if Wicked has lost their edge. And I think you see in that third map, they get their full roster on and they had a pretty dominant performance and were able to shut down any of the haters. So, yeah, once again, thanks for tuning in. Had a great time. My boy Ripster. And that's going to be it for us. Signing out. Have a great night.